Hello, this is Zaki Abbas, and we are here at Dawn Media's Population Summit, and we have with us Dr. Ishrat Hussain. My first question to you would be, Pakistan's population has doubled in 3 decades, yet policy responses has not kept pace. From a governance and reform perspective, where do you see the biggest structural gap preventing population management from becoming a national priority?
I think if you trace the evolution of the population policy, the best period Pakistan had was during Ayub Khan's period, when there was a full thrust from the president onwards towards controlling population. At that time it was called population control, which is no longer the right word. But then the subsequent governments did not follow up those. They completely abstained from taking any action on that policy, and therefore there was a gap between the policy and actual results. Then Ziaul came, and wrongly, I think, he misconstrued the fact that Islam doesn't allow the family planning, which is wrong as far as the scholars are concerned. And we heard today from the Islamic scholars that that is not the case. So for 10, 11 years, we did not have any follow-up on that policy. Then we had the prime ministers who were there only for 2 years, and they were managing crisis. And population is a long-term phenomenon. You have to have a very long-term implementation plan. And they were interested only in survival of their jobs and crisis management. And therefore, they did not take any action. Then came 18th Amendment, and population planning was transferred to the provinces. And the provinces paid no attention at all. So unless there is an ownership and there is a commitment by the top political leadership, you would not have the outcomes which you had planned in your policies.
Okay. Sir, my next question is that you have long argued for reforms in civil service. How can Pakistan's administrative structure be redesigned so that health, education, labor, and population departments work in a coordinated and accountable way to address demographic pressures?
This is a very difficult task. Everybody works in silos, and they don't have coherent and coordinated approach. And this fragmentation is really responsible for lack of implementation of our policies. The provincial chief ministers have to take the leadership in this case and have an inter-ministerial or interdepartmental council where all the stakeholders or different departments should come and work together rather than go and do things on their own. So it depends on the commitment of the chief minister of each province, because population planning right now is under the control of the provinces. So it will depend. I hope that some chief ministers will be quite aware of the damage which we are doing to our economy by not trying to have a stabilization policy as far as population is concerned.